Dear students, today we will learn the nutrition in human beings. In human beings, nutrition is of holozoic type. Almost in every animal, the nutrition is of holozoic type. So it involves the 5 steps as we have discussed earlier, starting from the ingestion, then after digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. So here in human beings, as it is a multicellular organism, for each and every function, there is specialized organ which do this different function for the nutrition. For the ingestion, the human body have mouth, so food enters through the mouth. Then after, it passes through a particular tract and at the last, the waste material will be removed. So the path of the food in the body is called alimentary canal. So in alimentary canal, which organs is included? Mouth, then a long pipe which is the esophagus, then after stomach, then it will go to small intestine, then large intestine and at last the waste material will be removed by anus. So the food will pass through mouth, to esophagus, to stomach, to small intestine, large intestine and at last waste material at anus. So the path of this food inside the body is called alimentary canal. Right? Here, so these organs, mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine and anus are called the digestive organ of the human body. And here also you can see at the left side it is liver and here it is pancreas. These two organs also are also included in the digestive system, but it is not the alimentary canal. Why? Because food is not actually passing through liver and pancreas. This liver and pancreas only helps in the digestion process. Okay? But the food is not passing through. So these two, liver and pancreas, are called associative digestive organs. Okay? And other organs are called the main digestive organs. So here we will learn the function of each and every organ one by one. First one. So here it is a full chart represents the function. So here the organ I am writing. Then after, second I am writing enzymes. What is enzymes? Enzymes are the material which helps in the digestion process. It is like a catalyst. What is catalyst? Catalysts are the material or substance which helps in the reaction to occur. So here, which reaction is occurring? Breaking down. Digestion is nothing but the complex material are converted into the simpler ones. So breaking down of complex material, which is a chemical reaction, this reaction is not occurred automatically inside the body. So for this reactions to occur, for this breaking down process, some catalysts are needed. So inside the body, biocatalyst, right? Organic material are there which act as a catalyst. So it is the biocatalyst which is nothing but the enzymes. So wherever there is a need of enzymes, the organ secretes the enzymes. Okay. So if enzymes are present, are included, this column will be the enzymes and the third column the function of that particular organ or what happens inside it, that we will see one by one. So first the food is entered in the mouth. Mouth have teeth, tongue and also salivary glands. Actually there are 3 pairs of salivary glands inside the mouth. What is the teeth? There is no enzyme secreted from the teeth. What is the function of teeth? The teeth cuts the food, crushes the food and grinds the food. Okay? To make it in a equal texture. So the food has to be cutted, crushed and grinded. No enzyme secreted through tongue. What is the function of tongue? It mixes the food thoroughly with saliva. It wets the food and it mixes the food with the saliva. And this saliva is secreted by salivary glands. Okay, so whenever we see a spicy or delicious food, our mouth waters. So this water is secreted by the salivary glands inside the body. So salivary gland secretes saliva, and in this saliva, one special enzyme is present that is called salivary amylase. The name of this enzyme is salivary amylase, which is secreted, which is present in the saliva, and this saliva is secreted by salivary glands. What is the function of the salivary gland? First one, it moistens the food. Okay, it wets the food so that we can easily swallow it. And second main function is the digestion of starch into glucose. In our food, if starch is present in the food, that starch will be decomposed, will be breaking down to glucose or sugar. Okay, starch will be decomposed to sugar. That process is done by salivary amylase inside the body. And so the digestion of the starch is started in the mouth only. Now, the food from the mouth, the food moves further and it is passing through the esophagus, which is also called food pipe. Esophagus. No enzyme is secreted through esophagus. Only the food. What is the function of the esophagus? It moves down the food due to peristaltic movement. So food will move down through this food pipe by the peristaltic movement. What is peristaltic movement? It is a rhythmic. The food is travelled through the whole alimentary canal, and this travelling of food is done by the muscles around it. So muscle will be contracted and relaxed very rhythmically. So the rhythmic movement, rhythmic contraction and relaxation movement of the muscles around it, it is called peristaltic movement. So due to this rhythmic process, the food is passing forward inside this alimentary canal at a very constant rate. Now, after the alimentary canal, the food reaches to stomach. Inside the stomach, food remains for 2 to 3 hours. It is completely churned inside the stomach for 2 to 3 hours. Right? Stomach, the walls of the stomach secretes the gastric juice, and in this gastric juice, 3 materials are present, which is this dilute HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, which is diluted here, mucus, and pepsin enzyme is secreted by the stomach. What is function of each and every one? Dilute hydrochloric acid, it provides the acidic medium to digest the food. Acidic medium is required. Some enzymes can act only in the acidic medium. So to provide acidic medium, the dilute hydrochloric acid is present. So it creates the acidic medium inside the stomach. And the second function of it is it kills the bacteria present in the food. Right? Next, mucus. Mucus secreted present in the juice, gastric juice, secreted by the stomach. Mucus, what is the function of it? It protects the wall of the stomach. As the acid is secreted, acid damages the stomach wall. Right? So the walls of the stomach is protected by mucus from the acid. And the enzyme, a special enzyme is secreted in the stomach, that is pepsin enzyme. This pepsin digests the protein. Okay. So starch is digested in the mouth and the protein is digested in the stomach. Not completely. The digestion of the protein started in the stomach. Okay. And the remaining complete digestion will be done further in the next organ, that is small intestine. From the stomach, the food is entered now into the small intestine. And this transfer, the traveling of the food is controlled by the sphincter muscle. So the contraction and relaxation of the sphincter muscle will regulate the traveling of the food from stomach to small intestine. Now as the food enters in the small intestine, small intestine is the site of complete digestion. The complete process of digestion is completed in small intestine. So this small intestine is a long tube-like structure which is in a convoluted form, and it is fitted in a very small area. The length of small intestine is the largest organ of the body. The length of the small intestine varies from animals to animals. In normal human, in adult human, the length of the small intestine is 6.5 to 7 meter if it is kept along. Now, as the food enters in the small intestine, this liver and pancreas act. Liver, it secretes the bile juice. Bile juice is a yellow colored liquid which is secreted by liver. When the liver secretes the bile juice, actually the bile juice will be stored in a gallbladder. Right? So when the food enters in the small intestine, this through this gallbladder, the bile juice will be mixed with the food. What is the function of this bile juice? It is a yellowish color liquid. It provides the alkaline medium. Alkaline means base. The food inside the stomach is acidic, we know, due to the effect of hydrochloric acid. Now, for the further digestion process, pancreas will secrete the enzymes, and pancreatic enzymes need basic medium for the digestion. Pancreatic enzyme will act in a basic medium. So to provide basic medium, alkaline medium, this bile juice is there. Bile juice provides the alkaline medium to the food, and also it emulsifies the fat. See, fat is a very long and big molecule. Even enzymes cannot break it, cannot digest it. So first, this big molecule of fat should be broken down to smaller pieces, and then enzyme can work on smaller pieces for the digestion. So this breaking down of fat molecule into smaller pieces is called emulsification. So this breaking down is also done by bile juice, so that further enzyme can work on it and digest it. Next, pancreas. Pancreas is near the stomach. So this pancreas gland will secrete pancreatic juice. In this pancreatic juice, 3 enzymes are present, which are trypsin, amylase and lipase. Amylase is also secreted by salivary gland. It is called salivary amylase. Here it is pancreatic amylase. So trypsin, amylase and lipase are secreted by pancreas. Each 3 has very special function. Trypsin will break down the proteins present in the food. Amylase will digest the starch, as it is also doing in the mouth, and lipase digests the fat. Then these juices are mixed with the food, and with this both juice, bile juice and pancreatic juice, the food enters in the small intestine. Inside the small intestine, the walls of the food will travel through the small intestine with the peristaltic movement, and in the walls of the intestine secrete intestinal juice, and this juice have all the enzymes present in it, which completes the digestion process. Each and every molecule present in the food will be digested completely. So carbohydrate, starch, which is nothing but the carbohydrate will be digested to glucose. Protein will be digested to amino acid. It means it is breaking down to the substance, and the smallest molecule after breaking down, which is the amino acid. So protein will be digested to amino acid. Fats will be digested to fatty acids and glycerol. These are the small pieces, large molecules of fats. So this whole process will be completed. The whole process of digestion is completed in the small intestine. Not a single molecule will be remained for the digestion after that. Now, the food is digested. This digested food has to reach to every part of the body. So, The walls of the small intestine is absorbing this material, this digested material, that is glucose, amino acid and fatty acids. And this absorption is done by villi present in the small intestine. Villi are nothing but the hair-like substance, hair-like structure present on the walls of the intestine, like this, as you can see in the figure. So through this and this hair-like structure, this villi increases the absorption area. More the area, more the absorption. The whole digested material will be absorbed by the villi, which through this villi, the villi is connected to the blood vessels, and blood vessels are reaching to each and every cell. So through this villi, the food material will be entered in the blood vessels, and then the blood will take this digested material to each and every cell for the energy generation. Right? So this villi provides the surface area for the absorption, and then absorbed food, digested food will be reaching to each and every cell. Further, undigested food, after this complete digestion, the undigested food will be entered in the large intestine, which is this one in the figure. So in large intestine, also the walls of the large intestine have more villi present in it, and this villi will do nothing but the absorption of water. If water is present inside the undigested food, that water will be absorbed by the villi present in the walls of the large intestine. So absorption of water is done in large intestine. Now only the undigested solidified waste will remain. So at last the anus will remove the unwanted waste from the body. So this is the whole process of nutrition in human beings. Students, refer this, go through this whole digestive system at least 4 to 5 times. It is very important question for the examination point of view. You have to learn to draw the diagram of it and the whole process of it. And still, if you have any doubt in any process, you can ask me. Thank you.